What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. I'm going to bring you some breaking news and an update to a story, a horrible story that I covered this past Saturday out of Panamera City. I think they said it's in Los Angeles, a neighborhood called Panamera City, in which a little boy was found dead, but stashed between two dumpsters by a homeless man this Saturday out there, and they didn't know who put him there. Now, if you guys remember the story, I said that it was stated that Special Victims Unit was assigned to this via law enforcement, and they're saying, you know, it was a case of abuse. Well, more information has come out, and arrests have been made. As of last night in LA, they arrested 5 people, trying to figure out who was related to these people. I mean, to this little boy. Now, the guy I'm about to show you is supposedly the father, and he's charged with murder of said little boy that they said was between 5 and 6 years old. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy you see in this hospital gurney looking thing getting put into an ambulance is Malik Gaddis. He's 20 years old. He's supposed to be the said father of said little boy between 5 and 6 years old. He's charged with murder, and he's also charged with child abuse. I want you to take a look at this story, and we're going to come back and talk about it. It's a cruel world out here, man.
Overnight, several people detained in connection with the death of a young child.
Yeah, and there was a crowd outside of the Panorama City apartment complex when police showed up to take some of those people into custody. Take a look. This happened at Van Nuys Boulevard and Lanark Street, not far from where a boy's body was found in a parking lot Saturday morning. KCAL News reporter Amanda Starrentino is there right now. And Amanda, what have you learned about this case?
Well, 5 people detained overnight to be questioned by LAPD detectives about the case about that young boy who was found dead just blocks away from this apartment complex behind me. But a public tip is what led police to this apartment complex, the Corazon del Valle, which ended up being a very emotional night here. A large crowd gathered outside here, many of them strangers to this boy, but united in their demand for justice. Several of these people actually shouting at police overnight while they're trying to bring these people into custody, demanding to confront the adults themselves being taken in.
It's heartbreaking seeing a little kid in the trash. Come on. That's what I want. We all want justice.
It's a little boy. Why take it on him, you know? If you didn't want the baby, just give him away, you know? It's just sad to hear that, to even know that you're living right next to someone that killed a little boy, you know?
We don't want this kind of problem here. We don't want this murder here, you know, the child. You know, we have to protect everybody together, you know.
The boy's body was discovered around 7 a.m. Saturday, July 12th, near 2 dumpsters behind a strip mall on Van Nuys Boulevard. He was estimated to be about 5 or 6 years old. Detectives from the Abused Child Unit launched a homicide investigation. But last night, that investigation brought police to this complex on Lanark Street, less than half a mile from where the body was found. Officers searched 2 units here. A man and a woman were taken into custody from one of them, and 2 children were removed and placed into protective custody. As the man was wheeled out on a gurney, handcuffed, the crowd outside chanted justice. Around 1 a.m., detectives detained 3 more adults, 2 men and a woman, at a retail shop near Sunset and Ivar in Hollywood.
We haven't even positively identified this child yet. The lead that brought us here didn't explain the relationship. So right now we have some images of these people that we have connected to the child.
So there's a lot more questions than answers when it comes to this case. We still do not know the identity of that little boy, if he happened to live at this apartment complex or not, how he died, and also how these people are involved. So LAPD tells us that we should have more information on possible booking charges this morning, so we will stay on top of that.
Thanks for joining us for the KTLA 5 News at noon. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. The child's body was found near a dumpster, and police say a tip led them to a nearby apartment building.
KTLA 5's Corrine Winter live now in Panorama City with the latest on the investigation. Corrine?
Lou and Glenn, lots of developments this hour. There were initially 5 people who were detained. We've just learned from the LAPD that one of those individuals has been booked for murder, 20-year-old Malik Gaddis, again, booked for murder, also domestic violence with injuries. There was another individual who was booked on an unrelated warrant, and the remaining 3 individuals have been released, again, according to investigators. You may see a large crowd over my shoulder, and that's because a man claiming to be the grandfather of the little boy whose body was found here has been addressing the media. He's been extremely emotional. He told us that his 5-year-old grandson was beaten to death. Now, of course, we can't release that person's name because we don't know if it is indeed tied to this case. Officials have not confirmed the boy's identity, but take a look at this video from yesterday. This is when things really started to unravel for investigators. They received a tip that led them to an apartment complex nearby, and that's when they detained 2 individuals. This building is just minutes away from the crime scene, less than half a mile. The LAPD got a search warrant for a unit there and took those 2 adults into custody, a man and a woman. There were also 2 children inside the apartment who were then put in the care of the Department of Children and Family Services. Then detectives began searching a second unit after midnight this morning. They gathered more evidence there and later detained 3 other people, 2 men, 1 woman. That location near Sunset and Ivor. The LAPD believes that at least one of the people detained is related to the little boy found over the weekend, possibly the person who was booked for murder.
We do believe that at least one of these people is a biological parent, although we just aren't sure yet. A lot of the evidence that led detectives here was, again, provided by the public and was not of the nature, the people didn't know the relationship. They just knew that this child was seen with these people.
And this is the location where that child was found over the weekend, the 8200 block of Van Nuys Boulevard, in this parking lot. He was about 5 or 6 years old. Many in this community are heartbroken over this crime.
Oh, it broke my heart. It broke my heart because he was just a baby, an angel. Like, he didn't deserve it. Yeah, it broke my heart.
And we don't know that child's identity or how he died. But again, LAPD confirming 1 arrest this afternoon in this case, 20-year-old Malik Gaddis. We're still digging on the story. We're hoping to have more updates in the next hour.
You know, guys, a lot of this is unfathomable to me. Seriously. I mean, it's like almost every day I can pull a story up about a man or a woman that then killed their kid. I mean, I don't even have it in me to hurt a child. They don't know anything. They haven't been on this planet long enough. Most of the time, punishments or for people, you know, like extreme violent type punishments like that are usually inflicted on people that know better. Usually adults. They don't know anything. Yet they're subject to the same vile destruction as a lot of us that do stuff and victimize people. Here you got a 20-year-old man here. They done strapped him to a gurney and sat him up and put him in the thing. I don't know if it's because he refused to leave or what, or was disorderly. Don't even matter. They're charging him with the murder of his child. Somebody carried that dead baby from where they was at, you seen it wasn't that far, and laid him there like he was trash and walked away. Like everything was going to be okay. Walked away. Can you imagine what went through that homeless man's mind when he was over there near the dumpsters and seen a battered, beaten child? Once you see something, you can't unsee it. It's no way a child can defend themselves against a grown-up, let alone a man, a grown man. This is crazy. More will be coming out. They saying, you know, the cause of death, he was beat to death. Man, come on, man. Come on. This guy will probably be in court today or most likely tomorrow. The court documents will probably be just as sick as anything else I read on here. So just stay tuned, man. But I mean, I don't know this little boy's name. May he rest in peace. They said he was between 3 and 4. Now they're saying he's between 5 and 6. We don't know who he is. But I do know the community was pissed off about it. There were people that lit candles, people that didn't know the child. out there showing compassion, humans being humans, for those that die inhumanely at the hands of these demonic beings walking around us. To do something like this to another human being, you have to see them as less than human. That's the problem with me. And I would fix it if I had a choice, if I had a chance. I swear to God. They need to change these punishments. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care.